Hey guys, my name's McKenna. This is my first Flosstube video. I am super excited, a little nervous, not gonna lie. So give me your feedback on how this video goes for you, what you think of it, and any improvements I can do. I love constructive criticism, and before we begin, this is Ellie. She is a Chihuahua. She is my senior citizen. She is about 5, but she acts like an old lady. She will probably be on my lap almost on all videos. She is only happy when she's like actually touching someone. So yeah, she'll be on my lap. She'll probably be out of the way. You might not even notice that she's there. You might just see her head pop up or something like that. A little bit about me. I am a college student. I'm getting my psychology degree and about halfway through that, and then I'm going to get my master's in counseling. So I don't have a ton of time to stitch, but every spare moment I do spend stitching. So yeah, you'll probably see slow progress in my videos. It's more for me to have a way of connecting to the community in another way. I am on Stitch Mania and Instagram, mainly on Instagram because that's easy to do. But yeah, let's see, I do work part-time at a Michael's, so I do get some discounts, a little bit of a discount on floss and Ada and stuff like that. So almost everything, unless I say otherwise, is probably gonna come from there. Yeah, but I am one of those classic broke college students, so my haul is always gonna be very small, which is sad. That's one of my favorite parts of watching Flosstube videos. I love looking at everyone's haul and all the new stuff that they got, but sadly that won't be me. For today's video, I just kind of want to show you what I have finished and what I'm working on right now. I'm doing this thing where not quite a year of starts per se, but where I am trying to build up my WIP stash, and so I'm doing 2 starts minimum a month. January I had a lot more new starts than this month, and I'm hoping in March I'll have a few more than I did this month. I only had 2 this month. So yeah, I will get started. This is my latest finish that I did. I haven't fully finished it, as you can tell. It is the Tiny Valentine's Day Sal by Romana Designs. I did make a change right up here. It's a mailbox. I forget what it was supposed to be, but I always thought that mailboxes and letters and stuff like that scream Valentine's Day to me more than anything else, and so I had to add that in. This is on 14 count Ada. It was the pink loops and threads Ada at Michael's. It was bright pink, and then I coffee tea dyed it. Wasn't in love with it. It just looked like a muddy brown pink, and it took the dye really quickly. So I, instead of sticking it in the oven to set it, I washed it out really quickly, left some of it in, and then I kind of marbleized it with some purple Rit dye. And so I have that, you know, you can kind of see it. So it's purpley pink brown. It's very kind of darker than I thought. I want it to be a little bit more fun, a lot more marbly of like bright purple, but I mean, I liked it the way it was, and it was spare Ada that I had laying around for just this easy little stitch. I really liked it doing a little piece a day. I'd never done a every day's different stitch. I will definitely be doing more of the Romana Designs stitches because I really liked that. I've never finished anything in a hoop, so hopefully by my next video I will have this done. I do have some ribbon and stuff like that ready to go. I just need to maybe watch some YouTube videos and figure that out. My next one I did finish November or mid-December of last year. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't start keeping track till this year when I started to finish things. This is the Christmas Town by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. It is on the called for fabric color. I'm not 100% sure what it is. If I can figure it out, I will put it down below. And it is sparkly blue-green, and hopefully you're able to see that. I love the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. A ton of projects from them. Yeah, so that's that one. I haven't finished this, obviously you can tell. I did tape the bottom half because I did cut the piece in half. It was a, oh, what was it? A fat quarter, I believe. So I just cut it in half, and I knew that I was going to get it professionally framed, so I don't need a whole bunch of border. I think I asked one of the framers at work, and they said they only needed like a half an inch minimum, I believe they said, to actually frame something if you're gonna do it by them and you don't want a huge border of like the Ada, and I didn't, and so I didn't need a whole bunch. And I like to use my fabric sparingly since I don't have a ton of money to spend on extra fabric and stuff like that. And so yeah, my first finished piece, fully finished and finished cross stitch piece, is this. It's the Halloween Town by Frosted Pumpkin. Yeah, it looks amazing. I had it framed by a friend at Michael's. And I absolutely love it. I didn't realize how much I would love Halloween stuff until I actually started stitching it, and I realized that I absolutely love it. I'm not a Halloween person. I don't really like the holiday. I stopped dressing up probably when I was like 10 or something like that because I thought it was stupid. But I actually really like the kind of the kidsy, cutesy, spooky town type of thing. I really, really liked that. For finishes, that's all I have. I should probably say how I started. I started stitching only about 2 years ago, so I am a new stitcher. I had 3 projects that I started before that one, and they were all terrible. They were like those kits that you get at Walmart, and they were absolutely terrible, and I didn't like them. I didn't like stitching them because I didn't like the colors. They looked like old, like they were from like the 70s or something like that. So that was my first piece that I actually picked out a pattern online and loved it and finished it. So that's about it on my finishes. I'm not really a finished product stitcher. I love actually not even starting. I like the journey of doing a pattern. So I like picking it, getting it all kitted up, and then working on it. Like I love working on it, and I never really want that to end. So when I get close to something, I actually kind of slow down and work on other pieces because I don't want like that journey to end, if that makes sense. I'm sure there are people out there that kind of feel the same way. So let's see. My oldest whip I have is this one. It's Wish Upon a Dream by Thomas Kincaid. It is on the kit fabric. I believe it's 18 count. It's on Ada. I kind of switched how I was doing it. So I was doing square by square, 10 by 10 square across, just like this. I did that 3 rows, and I don't know, I just wasn't totally in love with doing it that way, and I wasn't doing the parking method then, and it was really slow process, and I'm not sure if it will show. Not really, but you can kind of, maybe a little bit in that blue right there, you can kind of see the pen, but like without the pen mark still there, you can kind of see the dividing lines of when I stopped and stuff like that, and I didn't really like that. So I started to do the parking method on this, and I feel like it's going a lot faster. Like this whole thing took me an entire year. This piece right here took me about 3 sittings. So there's a ton of color changes. You wouldn't believe there is like 15 different purples right here. Super confetti heavy. Slow process just because it is so confetti heavy. And I don't mind it now that I've learned the parking method, but at first I really didn't like it. I started this on Christmas. It was a Christmas present I got in 2016, so I have had it for 2 years. This was my second piece that I ever started with the intention of... Okay, so let's try to see if I can find another one. My first start of this year, I'm just kind of grabbing. I have this, I can pull it out for you guys, Minnie Mouse reusable bag I got at Disneyland for my last year around springtime. And I'm just grabbing and I'm looking up the stats on them. So this is my New Year, New Start for this year. This is Raven Queen by Memorabilia. This needle minder I made myself. I found the pendant at Joann's, and then I just glued a magnet to it. And yeah, everything, this is on hand dyed 18 count Aida. Almost everything's going to be 18 count Aida. That's just my preference. And I also hand dye everything myself. I feel like it gives it a more personalized touch, and it's a little bit cheaper. So yes, I love this. I just got her face done about, I think it was probably about 2 weeks ago, and I haven't worked on it since then, but every time I see it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I got her face done. It's beautiful. Because it's on Aida, it's not 1/1. Definitely my next one, I will try doing it on Evenweave. I'm trying to transition to Evenweave, but Aida's my comfort zone, and so I'm not on it a ton. Let's see. This is a quick stitch I started last night. I did do some frogging right there. It's just a black and white, well, originally was black and white, and so it's gonna have some like paisleys almost right here in each of the sides. And this is for a friend that she always gets me a ton of planner stickers and always thinks of me and stuff like that. So as a thank you, I'm giving her this. This is on Evenweave. Whichever one they sell at Michael's, I'm not 100% sure. It comes in a roll. It's a 28 count, I believe, just white Evenweave. This is a homemade one as well. I took, if you have like costume jewelry laying around somewhere, I have, I only got out of high school like 3 years ago, so I have all my costume jewelry and stuff from prom and homecoming and things like that. Break it apart and use some of those as needle minders. I have 2 of them. There was like 15 or so on it in like 3 stacks. I just picked 2 of them and just glued a magnet to it. And that's a super easy way to have a whole bunch of needle minders. I'm starting to collect some, and so I like doing that 'cause they're individual. I like being unique and different. So yeah, this will be finished by my next video, and then I will show you guys the finished product. Just start stacking things here. I guess my location. I'm sorry about the white background. I was looking around trying to figure out what to put behind me to make it a little bit more interesting. Couldn't find anything. Hopefully that will change. To my left is my magnet board. Hopefully you guys can see that. I painted it. I just got the metal board. Possibly at Joann's. Nope. Hobby Lobby, I believe. Hobby Lobby. And then I got a stencil kit from Michael's and painted it. See the leaves. Yeah. And then yeah, almost all of these except this one. This one is a little wooden penguin. It was a freebie from a gift I got. And then I just took a chain and yeah, which the chain fell off. There you go. And then I just hang this. I do stitch in this chair. It's my stitching chair in my room. Sorry, I'm sure that's loud. So if I'm doing the same color, like through and through, sometimes I do monochromatic stitching. I'll stick a whole bunch of the same one up there. Okay, let's see. The next one I grabbed is kind of like a surprise of which one I'm grabbing next. Let's see. Okay, this is my Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Into the Jungle Sal. Let's see. Let me move it up. I did substitute the borders for overdyes, variegated overdyes. I don't quite remember what they are. When I bring this up as a whip, I will definitely get more information for you guys. It's a cute little sloth needle minder. My sister is obsessed with sloths. And she got me this for Christmas as kind of like a funny gift. But I was like, oh my gosh, that will totally fit my new stitch along. So I was super over the moon for it and I couldn't wait. This is on 18 count Aida, hand dyed with I believe teal and light blue or sky blue or something like that. And this was one of my first attempts at dyeing. It's not super marbled. I wanted it a lot more marbled, but hey, I'm not gonna pass up a light blue. And it's a little bit bluer than the video showing. So yeah. I need to catch up on this. It's almost the end of February and I haven't even finished February's. You'll see. I am on spring break this week. Don't have any plans. Kind of a homebody, so I'll probably be catching up on that one. Let's see. Okay. I'm also doing Santa's Village. I'm working on Poinsettia's Place at the moment. I'm doing them all together. See, this is a huge piece of fabric. And I have finished Santa's, whatever it is. Can't quite remember. With my Frosted Pumpkin winter needle minder. I am changing out, I wonder if you can tell, the white is some sort of silk with sparkles in it. I totally am not doing good on this. Nope, it's not coming to me. Again, I will give more details the next time when I'm actually talking about these as whips. I don't have a set date for this. Around Christmas time, I'll probably pick this back up and stitch probably 2 or 3 of those packs. I have them all, and I have the specialty flosses that they come with ready to go. So I just need to, you know, get going on that. But I'm not a winter person. Like, it's raining and I don't really like that, and I want spring and summertime right now. So I'm not really working on that just because I'm kind of ready for summer. Let's see. So here is my first stitch, cross stitch project on Evenweave. It's a hand dyed, 28 count hand dyed with just gray. That actually looks more marbled on here than it is in person, I think. It is Storytime Sampler by the Frosted Pumpkin. I have done very, very little on this since this is my first project on Evenweave. It is hard. Coffee mug, needle minder. It was a gift. Fortunately, with all these gifts, I'm not 100% sure where they get them from. I could probably ask. I could probably figure it out and look online. Maybe I'll do that, because most of my needle minders are gifts. I tell people that I want them as gifts because it's kind of a fun, personalized way that they could give me something that stays with me for a while. Let's see. Okay, and I have one more whip that I'm working on. This is my newest one. This is a Heaven and Earth design. It is Violet Icing by, I don't quite remember. Anyways, she's the one that does all the fairies with the numbers. She has a ton of them. I'm sure you guys have all seen them if you follow the Heaven and Earth design Facebook group. Ton of them. And this is where I'm at. I haven't had this one for a really long time. I started it February 1st. So this was one of my starts for February. And the Tiny Valentine's Day Sale by Romana Designs was the other start for February. As you can see, it's slow going. Not as confetti heavy as my other full coverage piece. So yeah, let's see. Let's go through these. So this was originally a keychain. It says Maker's Gonna Make. And it was a keychain, so I put a little jewel to cover it. They still sell those at Michael's. They have a ton of them. So they have a lot of fun different things. This one was a gift. I got it as a Valentine's Day gift, and I felt like, well, I should just maybe use it for a little bit for my mom. I do live at home at the moment, so just to please her, I put that on there, even though it doesn't really match this whatsoever. And then this is another costume jewelry piece. It was actually an earring. Let me move my needle. And it's just an earring that I would never wear ever again. So I just took some bolt cutters, cut off the stud part that goes through your ear, and sanded it down, and then added a magnet to it. And it's a green sparkly jewel thing. It totally matches because this is like a dragon piece. It's a girl with purple hair and a dragon. And I don't know, it just kind of, to me, screams like magical and stuff like that. This was a pendant I got at Michael's. they were on clearance, so I bought probably like 30 of them, different styles and stuff like that, and I'm just slowly, when I feel like it, taking bolt cutters, cutting off the pin part, the needle part, and putting, okay, sorry about that, sanding it down and then putting a magnet on it. This one as well was a gift from my mom. I love this. A lot of places sell this one on Etsy. Couldn't tell you where she got this one. I like that it's purple. A lot of the ones I see are pink, and I like that it's purple, or they're glittery. And so I like that that one is purple, and I love the cute little face. Yeah. So that is it for that. My plans for this upcoming week, since it is spring break for me, it's a little early for spring break, but hey, not gonna complain about not having to go to school right now, is I will definitely be working on my violet icing. I want to hit the top row before my birthday, which is March 1st. So that's Thursday, I believe. And so doing the diagonal, I want to hit that last part. That's just kind of like a mini goal I have. I think that averages to 2 or 3, I think it's 3 squares a night for me, which sometimes is all I get done in a night. Hopefully it will go a little bit faster because I don't have anything to do at the moment. And then I will be catching up on my Into the Jungle Sal. Yeah, that's it. Hopefully finishing that gift for my friend, that school one. Hopefully it'll be fully finished by Saturday. I will be seeing her. I see her every Saturday. We work together, and she always works Saturdays, and I always work Saturdays. So most of the time we see each other then, and I can give it to her. If not, it'll definitely be by the next week. I have to figure out how I'm going to finish it. If you guys have suggestions on how to finish that piece, let me pull it back out. It's super small, so all that's left is to do just the pieces in here to fill it in. So it is super, super small. If you guys have any ideas on how I could finish that, let me know. Not thinking pillow. Maybe a tiny mini flat fold? Maybe? I don't know. You guys tell me. What do you guys think? Maybe an ornament type deal? I don't know. But she'll love it. She loves skulls and stuff like that. So I wanted a darker piece. I was gloomy about it raining again. It was sunny all last week and the week before that. It was like springtime. It was in the 80s. Flowers were blooming. Or 70s and flowers were blooming. Allergies going crazy. And now it's cold again. And it's back into the 30s. I do live in Northern California. So I can't complain too much. We don't get snow here. And we don't get snow days. And don't have terrible weather, but I'm definitely a California girl when it comes to, I like my 80 degree, 90 degree days. Definitely more my comfort zone. So yeah, give me your feedback on this video. Let me know how I can improve, things you want to see more in detail, questions you have. I think Q&A would be a ton of fun. I don't know a ton since I just started, but yeah, just let me know. Have a great week and see you guys later.